Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning into my video today. I wanted to do an all drugstore affordable makeup look for you guys. So here it is. For those of you who are new, my name is ArianaYsabel. You may know me as ArianaYsabelBeauty on Instagram. And welcome to my channel. So if you want to learn how to get this look, stay tuned. Hey everyone, so to start off with my drugstore look, I'm going to use the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm to prime my face. It's a really affordable option at the drugstore and it works really well. I know the craze has kind of died down for it, but I still love it. For my foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 128, and I just like to dot it all over my face before I start blending it. On my foundation today, I'm going to use a dampened beauty blender. You'll notice in most of my videos that I use the black one, and that's just because it's my favorite. It is the Beauty Blender Pro, and it's a little bit more dense than the pink ones, and I find that it overall just blends and works better. If you've ever tried a pink one, try a black one. I promise you won't go back. I swear by the black beauty blender. I just like to really press that foundation into your face, and if you have any areas where you want to build up the coverage a little more, you can always add some more foundation. For my concealer, I'm using the Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline. This is in the color Light, and just apply it to the areas that you want to lighten up on your face, so under eyes, forehead, a little bit on our chin, and then down the bridge of our nose. And then again, I'm going to use my beauty blender just to blend that concealer out. And again, just using pressing motions onto the face. Since this is an all drugstore look, I'm going to use the E.L.F. contour palette to set my face along with a Real Techniques setting brush. I go ahead and use the lightest shade in the contour palette just to set my under eyes and then some of the other areas of my face. And I've been really enjoying this E.L.F. contour palette. That light shade just works perfectly for me just to set my face, especially when I don't feel like using my Laura Mercier, and it's been really lightweight and easy to wear. I also like to set my eyes so that way when we go in with shadow, it just blends seamlessly. Before doing my brows, I always like to comb through them just so I can make sure I can spread that product evenly. I'm going to use the N.Y.C Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour Pencil in the color Brunette, and using just light strokes starting towards the end of my brow, I'm just going to define it and then go along the top and fill in as needed. As you can see, I'm using short stroking motions just to make sure that the product doesn't go on too thick. And you can always fill it in if you want it to be a little bit darker. You just can keep adding product. After I'm through and have the desired look, I always just like to comb through my brows just to get the product evenly dispersed. Next, I'm going to use the concealer side of the pencil, and I'm just going to go along the bottom of my brows just to clean them, and then I'm just using a flat brush from Morphe to blend the concealer out. I use the N.Y.C Avant Pop palette for this look. It's a super affordable drugstore palette and those shadows are so beautiful. I use the Morphe E27 and that peach color just to add some definition to my eye and set a nice base for the look that we were going to do. Next, taking that dark brown color, I used my Luxie 229 tapered blending brush just to deepen up the crease and start the halo look. You really want to just create some definition on the eye, and this brush is definitely a little bit more on the dense side, so it can be harder to blend, so I went back in with that E27 brush just to soften things up a little bit and to create more of a seamless look, but we want to add some definition to the outer corner. And then just keep darkening it up. As we're going for a halo look today, you also want to make sure that you get the inner corner just to make some definition, and you can see the halo already starting to take effect. Next, I'm taking the same brush, but I'm using that purple shadow just to add some purple into this look because I wanted it to be more purple toned. And again, I'm taking a blending brush just to make sure that it all blends together. Next, I'm using that gold color and I'm just packing it onto my lids. As you can see, it's super pigmented and super beautiful. To finish up the eye look, I'm just taking that purple color once again and just putting it on my lower lash line to smoke it out, and using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk on my waterline just to brighten up the eyes a little bit more. And then to line, I'm using my N.Y.C liquid eyeliner. This is my all-time favorite drugstore liner, and it just works beautifully and applies so smoothly, and it is very easy to use. Lastly, I'm just using that gold to pop it into the inner corner of my lid, and I'm using a mascara from Lancome. I know that this isn't drugstore, but I literally did not have any drugstore mascara because I just wear whatever I have lying around. Any mascara will do the trick to put on your lashes, honestly. I'm using my new favorite lashes from Eylure by Nicole Guerrero. These are in the style 143, and I'm using my Duo Lash Glue, and I like to apply my lashes first on the outer corner and then kind of just set everything in place with the tweezers. It's just what works best for me. And then again, I go back in with my fingers just to make sure everything's exactly where I want it to be. To finish up my face, I'm using the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. This is so pigmented. The first few times I use it, I could not deal because it was just too much pigment. You just got to make sure you tap off the excess, and I just like to carve out my cheeks using a big flat kind of brush. It's just what works best for me. I also like to bring it up onto my temples, and then as well as on my jawline, and then onto my neck. For blush, I'm using Milani's Luminoso, a tried and true favorite. It is gorgeous. To highlight, I'm using my Wet n Wild blush brush along with the Wet n Wild highlighter in Crown of my Canopy. It is such a gorgeous pink color, and it is just such a really pretty highlight. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. And I just like to put it on the top of my nose as well as my Cupid's bow just for a little bit of glow. Okay, a lot of bit of glow, don't judge me, okay? For my lip color, I decided to go with Colourpop's Beeper. This is a tried and true tested favorite. I love the Colourpop lip products. They are just incredible. I highly recommend them. And just like that, our look is complete. Voila! Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next one, and in the meantime, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!